Hello YouTube. Alright, so I'm officially done with box 1 at this point. This was bag 3 of box 1. This is the W16, what it's supposed to be. You can tell that it doesn't quite look like a W16. It looks like a, I don't know what you say, a parallel 16, parallel V8 16, I don't know what you'd call it. Anyway, it's sort of interesting to look at. There's the crankshaft moving all around. 3 crankshafts connected with a gear. You can kind of see those 3 gears in there. We'll rotate it. Look at this side. So there's this big tan gear on the bottom and that black gear on the top. And that black gear connected to that 3rd crankshaft that's up high in the V, we'll call it. So this motor is going to end up back on top of the whole rear suspension gearbox cradle. This is all set up to go, and then this is a bracket as well. This thing, you can see that was built, and all this is going to go together shortly, and we'll see. But here we are. You finish the gearbox cradle around step 141, and that's when you start the assembly of the motor. Take a look at some of the interesting instructions. There you go. See how you create a cylinder block by attaching the cylinders. Something like that. And you do have to build like that crankshaft with the opposing pistons there. It gets dropped into 1/2 of that V. And then you build the other half of the V and it comes together kind of like that, and so forth. And you proceed along, you build 2 more cylinder banks, and eventually you put it together like this. So it's around step 175 that you finish the motor. Then you build this big bracket like this, and the motor's going to be connected to that bracket and then slide on top of the cradle. So I'll show you that in a minute after I turn this video off and then make a new one. Over there's my GT3RS that I've been talking about. So we'll take a quick look at it. You'll notice in here we can open up there's the engine in there. You can kind of see it a little bit. If you look carefully, you can even see the crankshaft down there. But if you remember earlier, I was telling you it's so nice to look at all these beautiful gears and sliders. In the GT3RS, all those gears and sliders are underneath that panel. So I haven't taken the time to try and take it apart and remove that panel. I think it would be neat to do though, because you would have to be able to see all the gears. We turn this model over with this. Take a quick look at it. I'll just lay it upside down. You can see there's the bottom of the gearbox. There's quite a few gears in there. There's the bottom of the motor in there. You can see this shaft here, which actually goes back in the motor. That's how it actually drives forward into the gearbox and so forth. If I spin this white gear, you can see a lot of the things move. You can see the motor moving back there. All that kind of thing. It's alright, it has reasonably smooth action. I would tell you when you put gearboxes together, try not to put a lot of tension, like when you squeeze the gears down with one of these little clips there, like try not to press it too hard against maybe like the lateral, we'll say brick that it's going to go through, because you end up with a lot of tension when you're done, and then it doesn't like to turn. So anyway, it's interesting. Again, this had to be here because it's holding the gearbox together, so I couldn't leave that off. But that top panel might have been neat to leave off. Here's the bottom of the seats and so forth. There's a steering mechanism here, so you can see that. If you look in there, there's like a rack and so forth. Well, it'll be interesting on the Bugattis. The Bugatti's all-wheel drive, and it'll have a differential in the middle here with drive shafts going out as well. So that model will be a little bit more involved. It'll be interesting. So anyway, I hope you enjoy looking at all this stuff. Soon I'll have this all together, and we'll give it a quick look. And then maybe in the next video, once I have it all together, I'll talk to you about this power plant and some of the important things that Bugatti did. And if I think of it, I'll put a link to a Bugatti oil change. That's really interesting. There's several drain plugs, we'll just say it that way. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.